Azalea Hart from iHeartradio Canada. We're here with Coco, Rocha, and Jeanne Beker. So thank you so much for joining us. Project Runway. So what can you tell us a little bit about this show for people who have not tuned in yet?
Okay, I'll say it. It's a reality show. It's a competition. We're taking 15 designers from right across the country, all very different. Some of them, at earlier stages of their careers, perhaps, than others. Different age groups, which I think is really cool. And they're going to be competing for some fabulous prizes. And we've got Coco hosting the show and also being one of the judges. And I'm a judge, and we have another wonderful young Canadian designer by the name of Spencer Badu, who's going to be the other judge. We'll have a series of guest judges. Aurora James, you may have heard of her, incredible powerhouse of a designer, but also even beyond that, she really understands the world of marketing, and a great Canadian who's done amazing things south of the border. She's going to be the mentor, and we just expect lots of fun, lots of creativity, lots of drama, lots of different opinions for sure, because fashion is very subjective, really.
Right. Oh, we love the drama, that's for sure. Now, if you were in the competition and there was a challenge, what challenge would get you booted out?
Sewing.
Just
if I had to actually create it. I can tell you a good idea. I can tell you like, oh, I love this shape. I love this style. I know the material. I know the coloring. But if you're like, now go make it, I'd be like, well, where's my suitcase? Because she's out.
Using a limited amount of stretch, because I live for stretch, as many women of my age do, or any age really. I mean, we all love,
we do love a good
stretch in this day and age of comfort. So, if I had to produce something that didn't have any stretch in it, I think I'd be really bad at that.
They would kick you off. They would say, all right, you're out. What do you think you would just do so well at?
I think I'm very good at just like matter of fact. Once I know, it's not like I'm thinking about it and like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't know if it's because in career it's fast paced. Like you just have to trust your gut. And some people just don't do that. They trust too many other people's opinions. Like that's what I think some of these designers I would love to be seeing is that they go, this is my vision, my point of view. It's very different from theirs, and that's okay. I'm very much that person, and I'm very much looking for designers who have that sort of decision, because in this day and age where we are bombarded by people that are worried about other people's opinion. Do you like this? Do you like me? Do you like this vision of mine? It waters down creativity. So I think I'm a pretty creative person. But again, don't make me make it. But I'll tell you a good idea. Okay. That's why I was chosen. Clearly, I guess my opinion matters here.
Very true. So with you saying that, with creativity and fashion being subjective, are there fashion faux pas? Or do you think fashion faux pas is not a thing anymore?
I don't think it's a thing anymore. I mean, I can't stand... The question I hate the most is, what trend have you seen over the years that you don't ever want to see return again? Like, what?
Right.
I mean, I think anything goes. I think that's the joy of living in this day and age.
Right.
There are no rules, or if there are, then they're meant to be broken. I think people have to push their own personal boundaries.
Yes.
And, I don't think there's such a thing as, the only faux pas in fashion, I would say, is maybe not being true to oneself. I think clothing should really illustrate a kind of authenticity, you don't want to present yourself to the world as something that you're not really, but otherwise anything goes.
Do you have advice for people who want to find their own fashion sense but just don't even know where to begin?
I think that, the great thing about our industry now is there's so many visuals. I mean, when I started modeling, I would have to go buy. I remember being at the airport, buying all the magazines, looking at my visuals, and like really paying attention to how models move, how clothing worked. That's how I understood the industry and started having my own point of view. Now you just go and just start searching and playing and looking at videos, music videos, and you start to just be like, I like that, I don't like that. And you come to have your own sense of style and what feels like purpose.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think you need to worry so much about like, it from day one, especially these designers, even when they start on this show. I'm sure in 5 years' time, they'll be like, remember when I used to make those pieces on Project Runway? We evolve, and that's totally fine as well.
Right. Did you have an answer?
Yeah, well, I think it's just, learning to love yourself, first of all. That's very important. And just being truthful with yourself and knowing what you feel good in. And not, just dressing up in something because you think that's, the thing to do or the trend of the moment. But really just choosing pieces that you really love, that you feel empowered in. I think that's important. I think we all have to take a long, hard look in the mirror. I don't believe in, dressing for a certain age. That's really, I hate that. I hate that. But, maybe dressing for a certain body type. If you feel that way, you don't have to. Like I said, there are no rules, but it's just a matter of really getting to know yourself and be honest with yourself.
So I used to love to say that I was the queen of off-the-shoulder shirts and hoop earrings. That was always my thing. Do you have your own accessory that you feel like you always need to have on you, or something that you really love that you wear all the time?
Well, I wear, and this is a smaller version of, because I just, in my book, Heart on My Sleeve, I wrote about this big Elsa Peretti silver cuff from Tiffany's that I lost when I was going through chemo treatment at Princess Margaret Cancer Center, and it broke my heart, but I let it go because I lost it, and I thought, meant to be. But then I got another smaller version of it. So this bracelet,
Yes.
This is like my Wonder Woman cuff, and I wear it a lot, almost every single day.
Love that.
I don't know if I have an accessory that I wear constantly except the wedding ring. That you'll see it in every runway. Like runway, we're supposed to take off all of our jewelry.
Yeah.
It's a faux pas to wear any of your own. I'm always like, and where am I supposed to put this? Like, who's trusting? Unless my husband's backstage, this is staying on. So you'll always probably see my wedding ring on, even if I'm selling other jewelry. I'm kind of always having that. Other than that, though, if you're asking like what makes you just feel fabulous in you and you walk into a room, more is more is more. Like on me. Not necessarily if you ask Spencer that. He is a minimalistic sort of designer, but I just love, like, what time are we? 9 o'clock and I'm already in full makeup, hair. I'm ready, committed. If you want to go get Starbucks right now, I'll stay in this. We'll go.
Right.
I just love a good look. I think it's fun to play and dress up and experience new things. So that's me. But yeah, I guess this is the one thing you'll always see. And a joke side note, I'm good friends with Christian Siriano, a designer from Project Runway, the first winner of America. Mm-hmm. These are his shoes. I've pretty much been born in them, married in them, and die in them because he's like, you could have any shoe in the world, but why do you keep, I wear these every day.
Well, they must be darn comfortable.
I was about to say,
So
those
I guess these are the things I live and breathe in. I saw him yesterday. I was wearing them the day before.
And are they comfortable?
They're comfortable, but I think there's something about my height was always the thing as a kid.
Yeah.
And not that I was afraid of it, but now I'm like, I'm going to own it even more. Yes. So I like walk into a room, I'm 7 feet in these.
Yes.
I don't know. It's great.
And before we wrap up, can you just give our audience one more thing about why they should tune into Project Runway this season?
Well, I would love to just remind people that we have so much creative people in this country, and as a Canadian model who felt like she had to pretty much leave Canada in order to have a successful career, it felt that way. I just feel like the path doesn't have to be that way anymore, and for us to shine a light on who is great and fantastic here on this side of the border, I think is such a great way to showcase that we don't need to be searching somewhere else. Like, there is beautiful people, and they just need support system. They just need people to see their value and be able to feel successful here. So that's kind of my mission too, is just to help the industry here in Canada to just really promote, and Project Runway Canada is the way to do that.
And it's also a matter of educating our viewers, because of course it's going to be entertaining. That goes without saying. But I think in studying the analysis of a garment even, or someone's vision, you can learn so much. So I think you'll all have better style once you start watching the show, because you'll just learn so much about fashion and its infinite possibilities.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.